we just want to kind of highlight on how we stay grounded or some things that we do to stay grounded with everything else that's going on around us. So I guess for me, what grounds me every single day, and I think that it needs to be incorporated in a lot of our culture's lives, is meditation. You know, we hear about it like, oh, let's meditate on the word, meaning like, oh, let's read the word, and then we stop and we think about it. No, meditation with sitting down by yourself, taking in the breath of God, realizing that you're here on planet Earth, and understanding that all that other stuff that's going on around you, you can't really control it. What you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your responses, attitude. So meditation is a place, is that secret place of where you can kind of think through those things in your mind with the Father God alone, and it kind of helps you when it's time for you to go to work, or when you see certain negative things out in the world, or all the stuff that's going on. It kind of still, it gives you a sense of peace no matter what. And that's why you have to implement this in your life. I do it first thing in the morning. That's the first thing I do every single morning when I wake up, is try to have that moment of quietness with the Father, which is, you know, a moment to yourself, a moment of, you know, realization, a moment of, you know, just recognizing the breath. So recognizing it, taking it in, taking deep breaths, it calms your mind, it calms your body, it calms your spirit, it calms your soul, all of that in one setting. And it's something that's very simple, and it doesn't take a lot of your time. And it's part of giving your 10% to God each and every day. So that's how I want to, you know, that's how, for me, what helps me navigate a lot of the chaos and stay grounded. So how about yourself?
No, you already said it. Something that I had to, realize a long time ago was stress. Stress, I think, is really bad for women. We take on a lot of stress, and it manifests in our body. And we stress about a lot of things that we absolutely cannot control. And if you can't control something, what good does it do to stress over it? Because it doesn't change anything by you adding more stress to the situation. It only becomes harmful to yourself. But I do think finding quiet time to quiet all the noise, and to start off with kind of like a clean slate. Because it's no different like when you go to bed. If you go to bed with a whole bunch of things on your mind, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to have a peaceful rest. So you think about that and implement that starting your day as well. If you start your day with a whole bunch of things on your mind, how do you think your day is going to go? Are you really going to be productive? Are you really going to be focused? So I think it's important to start your day with a clean slate. Only concern yourself about the things that you can control and what's going to take place today. Can't worry about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And I'm not negating the fact that it's good to plan. There's a difference when we're worrying over things, you know, like, oh my goodness, you know, tomorrow at work, how is this meeting going to go? It's like, you know how it's going to go if you prepared for that meeting, right? You know what your role is going to be. You can't control what other people's reactions are. And we'll stress over that. And again, it's something we cannot control. And I think it's important to find that quiet time to release negative energy, to just spend time with self and appreciate what's good in your life. I think reflections are truly important, because we will fixate on something that's going so bad and we'll start to ignore all the good things. And when you do, let's say something as simple as a scale, to say what's so bad in my life versus what's so good, we will focus more so on the bad, no matter where it is on the scale. And it's like, you know what? Like you said, focus on the breath. I got up this morning and I'm breathing. That's more than enough, really. I'm breathing. I'm functioning. I'm in my right mind. I have another opportunity to right my wrongs. I have another opportunity to be a better me. And if you reflect on what's positive, your day will follow in that trajectory. And sometimes you need constant little reminders. I used to put on my phone, and I still have it on my phone, a smiley face. I deal with a lot of people, and when you're dealing with people and their different attitudes or their emotions, and you get on the phone and somebody is taking a nasty tone with you or something, I'll look at that smile on the smiley face on my phone. And as I'm talking to them, I smile. And my tone actually softens. So it's also being aware in that moment of your emotions, your actions, because that's what you truly can control. And if you let your emotions go awry, what do you think the other person is going to do? They're going to feed off of that negative energy, and it's not going to make the situation any better. And I'm not saying you remaining calm and somebody else is irate, that it's going to necessarily or instantaneously, change the situation, but it could lessen it from being even worse, because you could go from having a civilized conversation to a yelling match. So I do say, be aware of what you can control, your emotions, your interactions. Don't feed into the negativity. Focus on what's good and positive when you get up in the morning, when you go to sleep at night. And you'll see slight little changes in your mindset and how you look at things will impact your day. I'm not saying you're going to have this grand old day, but trust me, the little things like that go a long way.
Absolutely. And I think that's very important to understand with the topic, which is staying grounded in faith. Having faith in what? Faith in yourself each and every day. Do you? Everybody wants to think about, so many people want to think about faith on a bigger scheme. What's going to happen in the end and all these other things, but forget about today. But it tells us don't worry about tomorrow, worry about today. If you just focus on that, you'll get a lot further. You'll accomplish more things. You'll do what you need to do. Have more love. You'll have more knowledge. You'll have more peace. All of that comes with you just having faith in yourself each and every day when you wake up. And it's key.
Faith is, you have people who are religious. You have people who are not religious. And everybody's definition of faith is different. I think a lot of times we put so much emphasis on, you got to have faith, you got to have faith, you got to have faith. But nobody talks about, what is that? Is it believing in yourself? Is it believing in a higher being? Is it being truthful? Is it, what exactly is it? And for me, you have to believe in yourself. I think that's important, because when you believe in yourself, you believe in your creator. Why? He created you. And the word says that he dwells within you. So you can't sit there and believe, I feel like, in your creator when you don't believe in yourself. So I think it's important to believe and trust your capabilities. Again, it's staying away from the negative. We have a tendency to say, oh, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm not smart enough, I didn't get this degree, I didn't come from this background. And you can't get past that if that's where your focus is. Believe in yourself. Speak the positive things that is about you, no matter how small you may think that they are. But if you want something to happen, you are the vehicle, right, in making that happen. So you have to believe that you have the capabilities to go to the next step, that you have the capabilities to meet the right people. And when you meet those people, you know exactly what to say. So start believing in yourself. I believe that is a part of faith. Believing in yourself, then believing in your creator, that everything that you need, he created, and it's already inside of you. Everything. And I go back to what you said about meditation. When you meditate, you actually get a lot of answers to the questions that you've been having. I talk to people and I find it so interesting. You get on the phone with someone and they're just frustrated. Everything is going wrong. They need to talk to you. They need answers. And in them talking to you and you just asking questions, all of a sudden, they have all the answers. Was it that I gave it to them? No. They actually was listening to themselves. Why? Because they were speaking words out of their mouth, which in turn their own ears were hearing it. So now you're listening to your thoughts. You're listening to what's really going on with you. And you're starting to think about it and saying, well, wait a minute. I can just do this. I can just do that. But if you don't take time with yourself to really hear what's going on in you, you'll never be able to answer a lot of the questions that you're seeking. It starts within. So it's believing that everything you need is already in you. The Creator didn't make a mistake with you. No, I may not be like him or somebody else, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to be like somebody else to still fulfill my purpose, to still move throughout society and do what I need to do. But what I do need to do is first believe in me. And a lot of people don't believe in themselves. They believe in other people. They idolize other people. They try to mimic what other people do. And we're all unique in our own different way. And it's more than enough room in this world for whatever you have, no matter how big or how small. Don't downplay who you are and your potential. So what does it mean to you?
It's everything. It tells us. It says it in the book. It says it's the substance of everything. The substance of your trust. The substance of your love. The substance of your peace. The substance of you can go on and on and on down the list. It is. That is what it is. You know, you can go back to the Greek word pistis and all this other stuff and go deeper into the word. But realistically, it is the substance of everything. The substance of you. Excuse me. Getting a better job or whatever you want to say. But that's what it is. It's the substance of every single thing. Substance of your healing. It is. And you have to believe in that and trust in that and understand that. But the question you have to ask yourself is, are the same people that is telling me to have faith, are they the same people that's taking my faith from me? When you start to wake up and ask that question, it'll open your eyes to see, like, man, and you won't even, right now you may not even realize it, but when you open your eyes to see that and start asking that question, you will see that most of the time the same people that are telling you to have faith are the same people that are taking your faith from you. That's the realistic truth. You know, I've heard it all these years, hey, have faith. But then you have the same people coming to me, okay, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And can you do that? And it takes away from your time with what? Yourself and understanding yourself. If you don't have time, you don't have nothing. So if you don't give time to yourself, you can't give 10% enough to God each and every day, which is meditation, to grow into that strength of believing in faith and trusting in faith and having faith and all these other things.
So you were talking about the very people who are telling you to have faith are the very ones that could potentially be taking it away from you.
It could be. You have to ask that question. Yes.
In the word it says, faith without works is dead. And here's the thing, if you don't believe that you can do something, you will never take action. And that's works. That's exactly what works is. It's taking action. If I believe I will never get a good paying job, do you really think I'm going to take the time to do a resume and apply to a job that's paying me well more than what I'm making, a good paying job, whatever that amount is for you? No, because I've already defeated myself with my thoughts. But you can't say, I believe I'm going to get a better job if you never apply for one. And that's the action. That's the works. Faith without works is dead because they go hand in hand. So It's not a matter of just saying this is what you want, but you take action. And because of the combination of those two, you will manifest exactly what it is that you're seeking. Exactly. You say, oh, I'm lonely. I want to be in a relationship. I'm tired of getting my heart broken. Well, what does it begin with? With you. It's not always somebody else's fault that your relationships don't work out. You know, you hear people like, oh, I want a friend. But the question is, do you even know how to be a friend? You can want something all day long. I could sit here and say, I want to, fly a plane. If I never go and become a pilot or take a pilot license, is that ever going to happen? No. So let's be realistic with ourselves. And it's like, hey, if I want friends, the question is, do I know how to be a friend? Do I? Maybe that's why I'm running everybody away, just like in relationships. I want to be in a loving relationship. Well, am I a loving person? Or am I constantly tearing people down or don't know how to receive love or to reciprocate it first? Do I love myself? It's so interesting how people say, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. And they don't even love themselves. How is it possible? It doesn't work that way. So first start inwardly. And that's the faith, believing that you're capable of doing whatever it is. And then putting the works in place, the actions, so that it will manifest.
And the thing too is, it's not where you just sit back and say, oh, I have faith and that's it. You have to work hard at it. Hard. Do we really think that, okay, it's going to be something easy? If it was something easy, then man, we would be good. We would be good already, man. We're in the kingdom. We everybody's in the kingdom. We're enjoying ourselves, but it's hard. Let me tell you how far you got to go. Regardless of what people are telling you, go against all odds to what? Find you. That's faith. When you find yourself, you have accomplished and become be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. That's it. But you have to have faith above all things, above anything else someone says, above anything, whatever somebody else thinks, whatever somebody else feels, above all of that, you'll tap into real faith. And that's strength and that's power. So if you can get to that point, it's definitely not easy. It's definitely not. I think we talk about it, but we don't. Go ahead. We talk about it, but we don't really know how to get it.
Well, you said something about being perfect, and I want to go back to that. No, because again, what I'm going to say, I was taught. I can't speak for anybody else about being perfect. It's like, being just like Jesus in the sense that you don't make any mistakes. You get everything right. You do everything right. And I believe that perfection, well, the definition, really is completion. It's not about, I'm not going to make mistakes. But it's really about knowing who you are and understanding that I was made perfect in his image, meaning I'm complete. Whatever that is, I am complete. Again, like what I said, everything that you need is already in you. I find it interesting that for females that are born, every single egg, when they're born, is already in them. We're not producing eggs as we get 18, 19, 20, and so forth, that all of a sudden you're No, every single egg that you will ever need is in you when you are born. And we have to sit there and know that when I was created, everything that I need is already in me. I find it so interesting. The body is so amazing. When you're growing, you don't have to go to the doctor and go get new bones, bigger bones. I'm going from 5 to 7, or I'm going from 7 to 12, that you're going back to the doctor and you're getting bigger bones, or you're getting more cells, or you're getting more blood. As your body is increasing, everything that you need, your body is producing for you. It's producing and it's growing to accommodate your size. And in your growth and in your journey, we need to really start to know that what I need is in me, because as long as I have a direct connection to my Creator, I'm going to continue to fulfill my purpose, and everything that I need in order to fulfill that purpose is in me, whether it's leading me in a certain direction or having me meet a certain person to fulfill my purpose. But you have to first believe that, and that's faith. Believing in yourself, believing that what I need, I can do. He'll give it to me in that moment, in that time, in that situation. And you hear people talk about stories like that all the time. You know, in that moment I needed, boom, and it happened. Why? You had faith to believe. You were sitting there saying, this is going to happen. This is exactly what I need to get X, Y, and Z. And it happened because you believed. So it's very important. Like you said, faith is the substance of all things.
We've been hearing that for a very long time, though.
No, but we've been taught to go to the church and pray, and if you pay your tithes, then all of these things are going to happen. Why is it that there's so many people in the church that are poor, that are sick, that are hurting, that have been in the church for 10, 15, 20 years, still in the same house? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because if that's what you want, then fine. But haven't progressed and grown. There's something wrong with that.
Producing fruit, huh?
There's something wrong with that.
It says you're supposed to bring forth fruit. Yeah, good fruit, you know. And the only way to get to the level of good fruit and producing good fruit is through faith. That's it. Believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, loving yourself, all of that. You could go to school all day long and learn, but not until you tap into it, you will not reach that level that you need to be. It tells us in the book that you go there to get training. Once you become and have what you need, you no longer need a schoolmaster.
I feel like it's a tool, it's a trade. You know, you get your certification
and be gone.
And you go implement it.
And then you spread it to someone else. What you've learned, what you've been taught. But if we stay in this small little box, how can we ever say, man, that we had faith? How can we say that we were doing something for the kingdom? Because we're what? We're standing in this box. Faith takes you above all things. It takes you your mind above certain levels. Because what? Nobody will ever know you better than you know you. That's having faith.
If you're honest with yourself.
If you're honest with yourself. Yeah. Nobody will ever know you better than you know you. If you can really know you and understand you, you can teach any and everybody if you want to. Once you know yourself and you love yourself and you take care of yourself and you get away from all the chaos and all this other stuff. Right now, at this point in time, that stuff probably is not, it wouldn't cease tomorrow. So why worry about those things? But you can worry about what? Yourself. You can what? Take care of yourself. You can have peace within yourself. So, but that's how you stay grounded in the world of chaos. You know, I know it's
like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, do all of those things because faith is very, very, very important. It's one of my, I said it from a very young age as a kid. Like, okay, man, we talking faith. I'm seeing y'all talk about faith and all this other stuff. But it looks like, man, every time I turn around, your faith is taken away from everybody else. Oh yeah, it looks like you got faith because what? It looks like you're doing something good. But how many people have you taken from? How many families have you known that were living paycheck to paycheck and you still took from them?